Lance just asked you, son, if it was much better this week. You got a little nod out of that. Welcome back, Lance Dewease. Congratulations from 9th. Not a bad night's work.
No, we were pretty decent all night long. We caught a break there on that restart. Moved up a row, but we had a pretty good start, the first start too. But yeah, that's all part of the game. But yeah, my hat's off to the whole crew. You know, Matt Kramer came aboard this year. We're doing some things different than I've done in years past, and you know, we've been R&D'ing since we come back from running with the Outlaws, and we just put a standard car back together for tonight, and it's definitely a lot better than what it was. And I tell you what, I have to tell you all a story. There ain't nobody can put more pressure on you than your own son. Last week, he laid his head on my wife's shoulder and was crying. She asked why, and he said, because Daddy is slow. So anybody thinks anybody can put any more pressure on you than your own kid, that's why I asked him if we did better tonight. So that was pretty tough when your own boy tells you you're slow.
How old is your son, Lance?
He just turned 3 2 weeks ago. So a 3-year-old knows that we're fast or slow. So, but you know, like I said, Jeff Sullivan's been with me forever. Matt Kramer, who worked with me at Hamilton's, come over this year, work with me. Chet, Barry, and all the guys. Top Flight. I was supposed to say Top Flight Wings, but I'll be nice. Wings Unlimited Wings.
Got a laugh out of your car owner.
Well, we have a lot of fun with my wing builder. Brian Baumgartner builds some of the best wings around. I have a lot of fun with them. We're a good group of guys that have a lot of fun racing. We just enjoy it, and yeah, I'm happy to get this one out of the way. You know, we like to keep those win streaks going. Me and Fred do. So,
do you know what it is?
No,
19 consecutive years.
And what's Fred?
Fred is 21.
21. So I have to kind of keep up. You know what I mean? So, but no, it's good to get early one. We've been pretty fast all year. We was good against the Outlaws most of the races we ran. We were pretty decent here opening day when we were here. We started 17th, ran 8th. So last week we were just bad all night long, and just real bad all night long. So yeah, we'll take this and move on.
You took some bonus money as well. Now let's do some calculations. $3,600 standard payoff. $500 bonus for starting 9th. I believe in $90 in lap money, so that figures out to $41.90. Not bad for a night's work at Williams Grove.
No, I really appreciate Justin and everybody at the Speedway here, because you know, they've done a good job the last 2 years of trying to balance some things out. You know, the handicap system with the Hoosier tires on really, you know, was tough on us guys that had to start back. You couldn't pass in heat races, and they put some extra money up for us. I really think you guys are going to see some really good racing this year. You know, there's nothing wrong with Hoosier race tires. They were just too good to race with. And these tires, the cars are real loose, and you really have to be right with your setups, and you can't just gas these things up and flat foot them the whole way around the joint now. So I think the racing is really going to be good this year.
Well, then you won't mind wearing a Goodyear hat in Victory Lane and taking another checkered flag for your collection. I have a feeling we'll be talking to you again before long.
Thanks a lot, Bruce. I hope so. And once again, I'd like to thank the fans to come out on a cold night like this. And we'll get this over with and watch a good late model race.
Lance Dewease, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back up to Sean for the complete finish of the sprint car feature and the starting lineup for our late model feature.